In Matthew 5, it says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Poor in spirit literally means a place of dependency. Then in verse 6, it says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." Hunger is a gift that God gives us. In Proverbs, there's a passage that basically says, don't blame someone for stealing in order to feed their family. Yes, they have to pay for it, but we shouldn't blame them for doing it. And one of the principles that you find there is that the feeling of hunger drove someone to take a risk and took them out of that place of convenience, out of a rut, out of complacency, and made them have a passion to fill a need. Like I said, hunger is a gift. I believe it's a gift that God gives us. One of the strange things that we can look at in the natural is that hunger actually comes from not eating. But in the spiritual, one of the great things is that hunger comes from eating and spending time with our Father. In Psalm 107, it's a long psalm, but one of the things that it talks about in there, toward the end, I think it's verse 35 or so, it says, actually verse 33, "He turned rivers into a desert, flowing springs into thirsty ground, and fruitful land into a salt waste, because of the wickedness of those who lived there. He turned the desert into pools of water, and the parched ground into flowing springs. There he brought the hungry to live, and they founded a city where they could settle." In the first couple of verses, we see that he actually took away the blessing in order for them in the next couple of verses to establish a city. I think there's something really profound in this psalm, and something that we really want to focus on for our city, and that is when we come hungry to God, instead of being in a place where we're satisfied. Not that satisfaction is bad, but when we are so satisfied that we're willing to rest in that satisfaction and not remain hungry, we find that our blessing can be thwarted a little bit, and that may be an opportunity that God is trying to use to draw us back to Him for filling our needs. Hunger is a gift. Hunger in Isaiah 29 causes dreams. I thought that was kind of an amazing thought, that in our hunger, God uses that to give us a divine vision for what He wants for our future. One of the things I think hunger is a gift for is that it keeps us humble, which keeps us dependent. Hunger, just like those who are poor in spirit, is a place of dependency. And when we find ourselves more hungry for what God has for us and willing to look for Him to satisfy our needs completely and continually, we stay dependent on Him, and He's able to give us dreams and visions of what He has for us. I hope this is a time that we can use to focus on the needs of our city, to start working where God is already at work, start being more aware of His presence in our lives, and getting more hungry for Him.